All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome out to the CMC Fabrication 150 at Daytona International Speedway. Thomas, tonight we have 60 laps, we're fixed setups, we have 2 fast repairs, and the top 8 racers are getting paid. What are you thinking tonight?
I'm thinking there's going to be some aggression, Sean. Talked to a lot of these teams before the race. They are amped up and ready to run. We've got a lot of 3-man and 4-man teams starting into season 2 of Mid-South Madness. It's going to get crazy tonight, Sean.
Yeah, man, we're going to have a great time tonight. We have a lot of stuff going on. First and foremost, this entire race is sponsored by CMC Fabrication. We just want to kind of give everybody an idea of what CMC is all about.
For Season 2 in Mid-South Madness, we'd like to welcome our first title sponsor, CMC Fabrication and Curtis Michael Coffee. CMC Fabrication is a custom fabrication shop located in Mooresville, North Carolina. As a Chicago native, Kurt spent his 30-plus years in racing cutting his teeth around the local and regional dirt tracks in the Chicagoland area. Kurt followed his passion for motorsports and found his dream leading him to Mooresville, North Carolina. Once there, Kurt's skills as a fabricator were quickly noticed by some of the top teams at all levels of NASCAR. Kurt has built everything from pole winners to race winners. Most recently, Kurt fabricated the Sugarland Shine 250 NASCAR Gander Outdoors Truck Series race winner for the Talladega race, finding his way to victory lane. Once breaking out and opening his own custom fab shop, Kurt's skills have shined and become unmatched. Everything from NASCAR bodies, Baja razors, office furniture, decorative railing, to custom water fountains, and everything in between, CMC can build it. Mid-South Madness is proud and honored to have CMC Fabrication on board as our title sponsor for Season 2. If you have any custom fab needs, please give Kurt a call at 704-701-76.
All right, everybody. That is CMC Fabrication. They are our big sponsors tonight. We have all sorts of fun stuff going on today as far as prize funds and as far as money. Thomas, why don't you tell us about the money for the entire season?
Yeah, Sean, sorry, I've got a little bit of a delay here on my broadcast, so I've got a little technical difficulty going on. If you don't mind, give me just a minute if you want to run through that for me, sir.
Absolutely. So we have our weekly prize money every single week. The top 8, top 7, top 6, depending on how many racers are in that race, are going to make money. We also have the Paints by Night Do-Gooder Sportsmanship Award. So after the entire season is over, whoever got into the least amount of accidents will get a $50 reward courtesy of Paints by Night and Do-Gooders. The season-long team championship, that's $200. So if your team comes in first for the entire season, you get to split $200 between your team. And then, of course, the season-long grand champion, the big daddy of them all, whoever wins our playoff championship will win $500. So it's a lot of money on the line. But let's jump in really quick and see what this week holds for us, Thomas. I think we're going to go here to the Griffith CPA firm race payouts. So our first place racer tonight will receive $90. $20 of that is courtesy of CMC Fabrication as an added bonus. Second place is going to get $35. Third place is going to get $25. Fourth place is going to get $20. Fifth place and sixth place are going to get $15 each. Seventh and eighth place are going to get $10 apiece. We also have some bonus payouts tonight, so whoever qualifies first and gets that pole position is going to get a $10 bonus. Whoever has the fastest lap of the night will get a $10 bonus as well. And then the $40 bonus to the best team of the night tonight. So a lot of money on the line, Thomas. What do you think these guys are thinking right now?
Well, I think it's the first time MSM's having some big money payouts. We've got a lot of teams, a lot of individual drivers in. Having the bonus money tonight from Kurt and CMC Fabrication is going to be a big deal to these guys. Really excited for it, Sean. A little behind here on the technical side. I know we're having some difficulties, so I'm delayed on the broadcast watching online. But hopefully these guys are going to put it to it early on and have a good racing for that money.
Yeah, well, let's talk about who our players are out there today. So let's jump right in. Let's go and watch and see who the do-gooders are. So, Thomas, we've got number 1, Bobby Brill. We have number 24, Taylor Smith. number 90, Corey Knight, and number 93, Brad Yonkman. What do you think about the do-gooders?
So it was pretty funny because I interviewed them before the race, and I can tell you I asked them what their strategy was, and they simply said, do good. And that was what Taylor and Corey said with that team. So I expect them to do better than good tonight. They're going to be very aggressive.
All right, well, let's move on to Tank Racing. So Tank is one of those teams that came in very, very beginning of Mid-South Madness. So we've got number 46, Mike Lepicki, number 31, Devin Zimmerman, number 555, Derek Da Silva, and number 79 of Anthony Pritchett. It's going to be a formidable team, Thomas.
They are, and I talked to Lepicki beforehand and Zimmerman, and those guys are they're very excited to race in a team setting this year. Obviously, they raced as individuals in last season, season 1 of MSM. This year, they're really looking forward to seeing what they can do together, utilizing a little bit of teamwork. I think tonight with the restrictor plate race, you're going to see those guys at the front of the pack.
Well, another one of their big competition is Team SRN. That's number 18 of Brandon Browning, number 78 of David Duke, and you can see that CMC Fabrication car there. Number 17 of Danny Setzer, and then number 21 of Danny Dow. He was our season champion last year.
Yeah, and those guys did manage to tell me what they woke up and did every morning in regards to excellence. And I know they've got an El Diablo driving style, and that's what they're going to show here tonight. They have proven themselves as a restrictor plate team. They can get nose to tail, and they can push very, very hard, Sean.
Well, let's take a look at Stake Dance Racing. This was a new team this year. Somebody came along and pulled Daniel Bowdler away from Team SRN and started a team with Stake Dance. We have number 6 of Daniel Bowdler. We have the number 8-12 of Chad Wampler. We have number 2 of Troy Dow, and the number 39 of Stan Hausman.
And I talked to Daniel a little bit before the race. They're excited on the team they're on. In the test race last week, we saw what Wampler can do. Very good drivers, very strong cars, very good team. I wouldn't be surprised if they were right up there either in front or behind SRN tonight.
All right, now a brand new team this year. None of these drivers drove with us last season. This is Revved Racing. We have the number 57, Adam Pettit, the number 09 of Aaron Gerwitz, the number 87 of Sean Dice, and the number 54 of Brian O'Shell.
Brand new team, brand new format for the league this year. We have seen some speed out of them in the test races. Looking forward to seeing what they can put together tonight.
All right, and another brand new team just got put together this past week, Striker Motorsports. We've got the number 44 of Andrew Schroeder, the number 25 of Dean Brummett, the number 71 of Travis Trevelyan, and the number 9 of Jake Roel.
Yeah, and I talked to these guys earlier. They were a late entry. They've got a lot of support behind them. I know they've got some live crew chiefs and spotters calling for them tonight. I think they're bringing a little bit of organization to their team and to this league. So it'll be exciting to see what they can do with that and what the results yield, having all that support behind them.
All right, we got a few more here. So we have H2K Motorsports. That's the number 13 of Josh Witt, the number 19 of Justin Kruckman, the number 42 of Duncan Staraska, and the number 88 of Joseph DuPont.
Yeah, and I know their strategy tonight is to get up front and get up front early, talk to DuPont and his team members. They want to get up front. They want to qualify well. They want to be there in the front at the beginning of the race, and they want to maintain that through the end. We know they're fast, so it'll be interesting to see how that holds up for them.
You bet. All right, let's go to the fun one. This is Wild Bill Motorsports, another team that was thrown together at the last second. We have number 77 of Wild Bill Spears. We have the number 212 of Wayne Rayborn and the number 55 of Gary Ragland.
Did not get a chance to talk to these guys pre-race. I hopped in the room. They were focused on running their hot laps. Was trying to get Bill on the line, but hey, we know how Bill races from the past. It's going to be very exciting to see how that team performs at this race.
And one final team, we have Jam Racing. We have the number 5 of Mike Lewis. We have the number 4 of Joe Graves. We also have the number 96 of, Jay Graves Jr., the number 96 of Joe Ruggles Jr., and the number 317 of Brandon Arcerio.
Yeah, so this is a newer team again to be rounded out for the series. Mike Lewis raced with us last year here in MSM, so it's going to be exciting to see what they can put together for this race as well.
All right, so once again, let's jump back. Just telling everybody how we're doing this year. So this week's payouts: first place $90, second place $35, third place $25, fourth place $20. Thomas, what are these guys going to do to get the money?
I think they are going to do everything they can. Not that restrictor plates are caution fest, but I think tonight, being race one, having these teams, you're going to see some team orders. You're going to see some guys jostling around, trying to get lined up nose to tail to get this money. We're in for some excitement, Sean. We're in for a lot of excitement.
I think we're going to see pushing. I think we're going to see some shoving. We're going to see a lot of excitement going on. We are about 7 minutes to race time. We're going to find out who the number one is. And Thomas, honestly, there has been a lot of chatter on the Discord channel this week. A lot of pushing and shoving, a lot of trash talk. Who do you think is going to come out on top?
I'm going to go with Chad Wampler this week. I mean, results spoke for themselves in the test race last week or in our exhibition. I know he's got some good pushers behind him, and Brandon Browning and Daniel Balder. So I think that with his experience and their speed and their ability to push, they're going to shove their nose through his bumper and get him right up there up front.
All right, so you're thinking Stake Dance Racing. They have won the last 2 races that we've held. They were just exhibition races, but like you said, results speak for themselves. You know what? I'm going to go with somebody just a little bit different this week. Brandon Browning, the number 18 of Brandon Browning with Team SRN. You know, he was in second place going into the final lap 2 weeks ago, second place going into the final lap last week, got spun out both times. I think tonight's the night that he breaks through, Thomas.
Hopefully we can see that performance come through tonight, and we'll measure it at the end in the results.
Definitely. So we have Jason Tripp up in the tower. He is going to be our official race keeper tonight. We have myself. We have you. We are going to have a great time tonight.
Looking forward to it, Sean.
All right, and I also know, Thomas, I know that you're down in Florida right now. You're just living life, but that's the beauty of iRacing. You can take it wherever you go. I think I'll be in Missouri this week, and I'm taking my rig with me.
Yeah, a few challenges, right? Technology's always going to fail where it can, but other than that, just enjoying some sun and sand with the family. Looking forward to getting in the booth tonight and getting back behind the wheel later this week in the IVC SQ Series.
Perfect. And if you can see your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that Jay Graves has taken the pole so far. There's still a little bit of time to qualify, but Jay Graves right now is currently sitting on the pole with a 50.232. Right behind him is Mike Lepicki, and then Aaron Gerwitz right behind him, and then Joe Ruggles in fourth. So a lot of racing still to go. And of course, this is Daytona. Anything can happen here. We'll just have to see how it all shakes out in the end. All right, Thomas, I think we have 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes to go in qualifying.
Yeah, and I apologize again, Sean. I can't really see qualifying right now, so I'm assuming that you're seeing a lot of nose to tail. I'm trying to get our monitor system up here working remotely, so I'm going to leave it to you to do some color commentary for a minute while we get that going.
Sounds good, Thomas. You take care of what you need to take care of over there. But we have it from here. Again, top 4. Got Jay Graves, Mike Lepicki, Aaron Gerwitz, and Joe Ruggles. They're the top 4 right now. Looks like we have about 4 minutes to go in qualifying. We'll see how that all shakes out. But here at Daytona, you should know very, very clearly that it doesn't matter where you start. It's where you finish. And we expect to see a lot of cautions tonight, a lot of pack driving. We're going to be bumper to bumper the entire way. That is one of the beauties of Daytona and Talladega. Restrictor plate racing means big packs and big wrecks. So we're going to have a lot of that tonight. Oh, and we've got a newcomer up into the top 4. Jake Roel from Stryker Motorsports jumps into 4th position for qualifying. So we're going to have a good little mixture up top there. So we're going to see what happens when everything shakes out, see if some of these teammates can get together. But right now, it looks like the only two teammates that are close to each other are Jay Graves Jr. and Joe Ruggles Jr. They're in first and fifth right now. Once we get done with qualifying, we'll grid up, we'll take a couple of pace laps, and then we will be off to the races, trying to win some money tonight. Again, this week's payouts: first place $90, second place $35, third place $25, fourth place $20, fifth place $15, sixth place $15, seventh and eighth place $10 apiece. And whoever does get this pole, and it looks like it might be Jay Graves. Jay Graves might get that $10 pole position award. And then whoever gets the fastest lap of the race, $10 bonus there. And then whichever team is the best team of the night is going to get a $40 bonus. Lots of stuff going on. In fact, we did have a meeting with Corey Knight, which is the owner of Paints by Night, and he has put it out there that if you drove completely safe tonight, meaning no incidents at all at Daytona, you will get $5 cash. So everybody, please be safe out there, but this is Daytona. There's going to be a lot of bumping, a lot of banging, a lot of grinding.
Yeah, and I spoke to Corey last night, Sean. We did a little impromptu interview, some organic questions, and he was talking about the Paints by Night product he's put out there and some of the body of work so far. And I think that's a great incentive he's putting on these teams and on these drivers to be able to make a little extra money on top of what they've already got in front of them.
Well, that's courtesy of all of our sponsors. And tonight's sponsor, again, CMC Fabrication. He does incredible work. So he has worked on a lot of actual race vehicles, as well as other things that you can use around the house or office, all sorts of good stuff. Something that I definitely don't know how to do, but we appreciate CMC Fabrication and their sponsorship in this league. They will also be sponsoring the final race of this season at Auto Club Speedway. All right, it looks like we've got everything wrapping up here. Let's see if we can figure out who's qualifying.
Yeah, and I'm getting close here, Sean. We've almost got our screens up, so we're getting ready to be able to see what you see on the other end. So we're going to find out who's fastest here in just a minute.
Well, we definitely appreciate all the work, Thomas, and we apologize that there's some technical difficulties there. But we are going to jump into the race, and I'm going to do the best I can without you. But buddy, it's always good to have you. Honestly, this week, I thought this week would be the week that you would jump out of the broadcast booth and jump right back onto that track because of all the money that's out there.
I tell you what, it's tempting, but we've got a nice broadcast that you put together. We've got a lot of hard work that's gone into it. You know what? I think we're going to have a good one regardless tonight.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have a great time. We know that you're loving Florida right now, and this is Daytona, so we are still right there in Florida. All right, so qualifying is now done. Jay Graves Jr., congratulations, $10 for winning the pole position. Mike Lepicki from Tank Racing in second. Aaron Gerwitz from Revd Racing in third. Jake Roel from Stryker Motorsports in fourth. Joe Ruggles from Jam Racing in fifth. Adam Pettit from Revd Racing in sixth. Joseph DuPont from H2K, that's the leader of H2K this week. Then we have Daniel Bowler from Stake Dance Racing up there in eighth. Bobby Brill is in ninth. He's from the Do-Gooders. Then we have Taylor Smith from the Do-Gooders also in 10th. And then Matthew Johnson, he's running an independent. So that's our first independent, Thomas. He's going to be in 11th. And then Stan Hausman from Stake Dance Racing is up in 12th. So that's your top 12 getting us started off tonight. I believe they're all getting gridded up.
Yeah, and you know DuPont from H2K, Daniel from SRN, those are the guys that I talked to earlier. He said they were going to get real aggressive early. They qualified well. They're up there in the top 10. We've got a lot of folks in this race tonight. So by them being up front, I would expect to see them stay there, Sean.
Well, you know, we were talking about the that clean racing that Paints by Night is going to give away $5 if you race clean. And the only way here at Daytona to race clean is what, Thomas?
The only way to race clean is to keep your sides clean, keep your rear clean, and keep your nose clean. So stay off everybody, run fast, stay low. There will be some bump drafting. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight. But I don't think that's going to play into any instant points, Sean.
That's right. I have a feeling that the only way that we're going to be able to stay clean in a race like this is to stay out front. Get away from everybody as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, and speaking of out front, it looks like, is that Jay Graves Jr. we've got there on the pole tonight for
It
the
is.
first race of Season 2 with MSM. So that car is going to be sitting number 1. We'll see how he's going to pace us and bring us down to the start here in just a few minutes.
That's right, and we are ready for this. We've been ready for this all week long.
Yeah, and Sean, they're rolling off the grid now. The anticipation, the excitement. Talked to a lot of these teams earlier. They were all together. They were talking about their strategy. They were trying to figure out what they wanted to do, be aggressive, hang back, and there was a good mix of both amongst all the teams. So I think all that goes out the window. It's kind of like Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan till you get punched in the mouth. I think there's going to be a lot of punches thrown here in about half a lap.
Yeah, I got to tell you, there's a couple guys on SRN that are kind of back in the back of the pack, but that is by design. So Danny Dow, last season's champion, he is back there in 23rd, and then you have Danny Setzer back in 34th position. They're going to hang back, it looks like, and they're going to try to avoid all the trouble.
Yeah, and they can stay together, right? Because we're talking about keeping your nose clean, but nose to tail with bump drafting here at Daytona. You can stay very clean, you can stay very safe, and you can still stay fast and keep up with the pack. And you can wait to find out what's gonna come in front of you, whether it be wrecks, whether it be a lot of lead changes. You can stay out of a lot of problems by sitting at the back sometimes, Sean.
Yeah, you just have to avoid that big one. Sometimes the cars just block everybody. There's nothing you can do about it. But that's the gamble you take here at Daytona. All right, so we got Jay Graves pulling us around the track here. Mike Lepicki right to his side in the 46. And then Aaron Gerwitz back in 3rd place in that 09. It looks like Adam Pettit jumped up there too. So we're going to come to the green light. And here we go with the CMC Fabrication 150 at Daytona International Speedway. Jay Graves bringing us out front. Mike Lepicki holding his ground. It's just a matter of who gets right up to the other one's tail and gets a nice little push. Looks like Jay Graves is going to clear him here. Let's see if Jay Graves can hold on for the first lap. A lot of moving around in the back. We got some people below that double yellow line. Got a little bit of smoke going on. Looks like there might be some contact back there in the back, but nothing too major. Again, Jay Graves from JM Racing. He's out front. And then we've got Gerwitz that is pushing him. But then Lepicki is also getting pushed right now from Adam Pettit. So we have the Rev Racing running 3 and 4 right now. Looks like Lepicki's going to take the lead. Lepicki cuts down to the inside line. He is going to clear everybody. Oh, we still got some more smoke back there in the back. Not sure what's going on back there. We just have 2 solid lines coming down the track. And Pettit moves to the lead. Gets around Lepicki, goes to the bottom side. And who do we have here? We have Taylor Smith on the outside in the 24. We were just talking about him a little bit earlier, making some big moves early. That's Taylor Smith from the Do-Gooders. Adam Pettit in the 57 all the way out front. He's being pushed by Mike Lepicki. That's a good person to have pushing you, even though he's not your teammate. Our pole sitter, Jay Graves, is sitting behind Lepicki. Relatively clean race so far. I know I probably just jinxed it. Oh, we got Jay Graves down on the bottom. He gets back up. Doesn't look like there's too much trouble yet. Oh, we've got one that's back in the back. I believe that was Stan Houseman. Yeah, Stan Houseman's down on the bottom of the track. Still going green. We're still green. And
I'm not sure what the delay is, Sean, between what we got on the broadcast and what we've got live going, but it looks like these guys are running pretty tight there together. So
they are
racing so far.
We have a caution. We have our first caution of the race. Let's find out what's going on back there. Not really sure what pulled the caution out itself, but I know that Stan Houseman was definitely falling back. He was down on the bottom of the track there. Looks like we have a little bit of blinking issues going on as well. Not really sure what caused that yellow flag. I think it may have been thrown for Houseman.
And it looks like I'm in real time with you now, Sean, so got our technical difficulties worked out. So I see him here under a caution. Let's go back and look at that replay if you get a chance.
Well, I'm trying to figure out exactly who got into it. Honestly, didn't really see any real trouble back there. Didn't really see any big time spinning. I think it was just Houseman on the bottom of the track, and iRacing decided to throw that flag. But look at this. You got Tank Racing right there in a line, the orange, the green, and the blue. Love those cars. You can see exactly where everybody's at.
Yeah, and it looks like we got some guys faking down pit road, but at this early in the race, I don't anticipate anybody coming in unless they were in some sort of contact. I think they're going to stay right where they're at and keep their dance partners with them.
Yeah, and let's go back and let's take a look and see how our CMC car with David Duke, the number 78 of David Duke, is doing. It looks like he is up in 8th place. He's hanging in there, and that is a beautiful CMC car. We're liking that paint scheme. That's another Paint by Night special, I believe.
Yeah, it is, Sean. David Duke's wearing the colors of our title sponsor tonight. David's a solid racer. He's filled that slot there on Team SRN for the season. I don't think David's going to have a problem getting a win. It may not be tonight, may be tonight, but he's going to get one at some point in the season.
Well, you can see that we've got Mike Lepicki, we've got Devin Zimmerman, and Derek De Silva all in a line there. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That is not something you want to see if you're the competition.
No, and like I said earlier, we talked to those guys before the race. That team formed. They got together in season 1. They were running together when they were individuals. Combined it in a team this year, so it's definitely some synergy going on. They're going to be very, very fast, and they're going to continue to be fast throughout the season.
Right now, they're the ones leading in the points race for the team money tonight. So they just have to keep it up. All right, let's jump back up front. We got Adam Pettit to the front, and pace lap is still going on. I think we're going to get one more pace lap, and then I think we're going to get back to it. All right, we have a few people lap down, it looks like. Everybody from 21st back, it looks like, is a lap down, according to my scoring here, Thomas. So that thinned out the herd very, very quickly. I'm not really sure how that happened. All right, lights on the pace car are out. So we're going to come to green on this lap. Looks like we're going to have Pettit starting us off. We have Taylor Smith on the outside for the do-gooders. He's doing good. We got Mike Lepicki in 3rd, Devin Zimmerman in 4th, and Derek De Silva in 5th. Thomas, what do you think about when you get to these restarts?
Well, what you're thinking about is just being patient, making sure you don't spin the tires. If you got a partner with you on these restrictor plate tracks, you're thinking about making sure you're lined up with them, they're lined up with you, and that you guys can get a good, clean restart together. Good seeing Taylor up there. I don't know, Sean, I'm looking here at the leaderboard. What teammates does he have around him? Can you see?
Nobody around him. He's got Bobby Brill back in 14th. He's got Brad Yonkman back in 24th. And then Corey Knight in the Griffith CPA firm car is back in 27th. So I think he's going to struggle a little bit to deal with these Tank Racing as well as Rev Racing. Rev Racing has another person in 8th. So we have a little bit of stuff going on here towards the front.
And I'm looking to see, it looks like there's something going on with the 77. I believe that's Bill Spears there in the back as they come to the green here.
All right, we're coming to the green. Adam Pettit. Adam Pettit's bringing us to the green. Taylor Smith in 2nd. Adam Pettit's going to get pushed by Mike Lepicki here from Tank Racing.
Yeah, look for Lipicki to try and make a pass early. That car is fast. He's got some teammates behind him. So those are the guys we've been talking about, really, really getting up there to the front and staying up front.
And first time we've mentioned this name, the number 25 of Dean Brummett is up there in 6th place in that Stryker Motorsports Lightning car there.
Yeah, it's a fast-looking paint scheme and some fast-looking cars here tonight. So Stryker Motorsports, a new addition to MSM. Look for them to make big moves here this evening.
Well, somebody's smoking in the back. I'm not really sure who that is, but we're still green. We're still going. As Adam Pettit leads another lap. You know, Thomas, I know we're only on lap 8 here, but it's only a matter of time before these guys get antsy and start going at each other a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lap is a long way around here at Daytona. They ran good at the beginning of the race. They stayed tight, nose to tail, 2 lines. I think we're going to see quite a bit of that here in the first part of the race, Sean. So I'm looking for them to race pretty clean, honestly. A lot better than I was anticipating, to be honest with you.
Yep, so far we're doing good. We're staying out of trouble, I think. Which is a testament to how these guys are driving. We honestly thought that this was, with 36 guys on the track, that this was going to be a little bit of a caution fest, but we've had some good, clean, hard racing tonight, so testament to them practicing.
Yeah, and I know, Sean, there's been several practice sessions this week. I think we've had quite a number of these drivers get in and spend quite a bit of time this week really honing in these cars and this team setting and practicing the draft, and it's sure paying off so far early in this race.
Adam Pettit still getting pushed by Mike Lipicki. I saw that we had Derek Da Silva jump down to that bottom line, so now we got the tank racers on that bottom line, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position on the bottom line. So they're going to be pushing and pushing hard.
Yeah, and see the 71 car back there. He's looking for a dance partner, but he's catching up with the pack pretty quick. Coming up on the 87 and the 96, 93s on their outside. So they'll be gaining some momentum on this field.
Everybody's just kind of holding back, just relaxing right now. Still have 50 laps to go. There is a lot of money on the line. Nobody wants to make the first mistake.
Can you take a look up front there, Sean? Lipicki and his team, nose to tail, 3 cars running 2nd. Not quite 3rd and 4th, but they're going to be there momentarily. That team's coming with a head of steam.
Oh, and you got Taylor Smith came down just a little bit, didn't touch anybody. That's a good thing. And then that was Corey Knight just coming out of the screen. He was lagging back there in the Griffith CPA firm car. Not sure what the problem is there.
Yeah, you see Taylor come down right there against Lipicki going into the corners. That's the side draft, Sean. So these guys can actually cut the air in between the cars, pick up a head of steam by cutting that air, and keep the guy inside of them from making any headway. They can actually get faster. So you can see Taylor there pulling up towards the first place car and going ahead of Lipicki. That's what he's doing there with the side draft.
Well, Adam Pettit's doing a good job just staying up front. He's staying out of trouble as best he can. But once it gets towards the end of this race, you're going to have Lipicki pushing even harder.
Yeah, and we saw Pettit run good last week as well. So, Sean, I think he's going to be a guy to look for this season. I think he's pretty consistent with what we've seen. So excited to watch him race here tonight, too.
All right, well, while we're going good up front here, let's take a look and see how some of our guys are doing. Let's take a look and see. This was my pick, Brandon Browning. Brandon Browning is up in 13th position. We'll see a good view of this 18 car here in just 1 second. There it is. That's the Dent Wizard Chevy Camaro. Number 18 of Brandon Browning hanging in there.
Yeah, and that's a good-looking car. It's the first week he's running it. It's got that blue and white detail on it. I ran a car similar. Oh, what do we got going on there?
I don't know. We got a lot of gap there. I'm not sure why everybody's lagging back there, but and it looks like Chad Wampler's off the track a little bit, and we're going to get a caution.
Yeah, it looked like it's towards the back. I think it was Kruckman in the 19. You go back and take a look here, Sean, when you get a chance. I'm going to be behind you on the replays, though.
Let's see what we can see here. Yeah, it looks like Kruckman's off the pace a little bit. Let's see if we can't go back and find out what's going on with him.
It looks like he just got bombed. I don't know who that was he bombed down into, but it looks like came from the outside straight down onto the bottom racing line and just took a haymaker on somebody right in the right front fender.
Well, it looks like it lost the replay there, so sorry about that. We'll try to get that fixed. So we'll jump right back, and we're still going to have Adam Pettit up front.
Yeah, and it looks like the 66, the 87, what I'm viewing on my replay here, Sean, just so you know, when you mark them on the scorecard, looks like they were involved in it as well. No, we're having some technical difficulties tonight. We had a pretty good run last week. I'm sure we'll get this fixed pretty quickly for next week's race.
Definitely. We're still doing all right here. It's going to be a great race regardless of how terrible the announcers are. But all right, and let's pull it up one more time since we're under yellow. Let's take a look and see if you've just joined us. The payouts for the night. We have first place getting $90 tonight. That is huge tonight. We're going to have a lot of money getting paid out all season long, but this is a very, very strong start. Second place is going to get $35. Third place is going to get $25. Fourth place is going to get $20. Fifth place is going to get $15. Sixth place is going to get $15. Seventh and eighth place going to get $10 apiece. Jay Graves has already won the pole position for $10, and then we're looking to see who's going to have the fastest lap of the night as well for $10 more there. And then $20 of that $90 first place prize, that was added by CMC Fabrication. We appreciate you guys, and we really hope you guys are doing well. And then $40 to the best team of the night as well. And right now, Thomas, best team out there right now is Tank Racing. They've got 3 of the top 10 right now. All right, let's go around and see how we're doing. Let's jump over to Danny Dow's car. It looks like the Silverback Tax Solutions number 21 of Danny Dow coming out of the pits, getting some fresh tires, getting some fuel. Let's see how that does for him. See who else we have that we can go have some fun with. Joseph DuPont, who was up front pretty much all last week at Charlotte. He's coming around as well.
Yeah, we saw DuPont, Sean. He snuck up front last week, and he got there towards the back half of the race and stayed there. He's fast on these restrictor plate tracks as well. You were talking about Tank Racing a minute ago. Like I said, those guys said they were going to be aggressive early and get up front. We've seen that so far early on in this race. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those cars in victory lane at the end of the night.
There's all sorts of great talent out there right now, I'll tell you that. And so really, we have pretty much everybody on the lead lap. I think we've got 2 or 3 that are off the lead lap. Justin Kruckman back in 36th place. He got some major damage in that last wreck. Sorry we missed the replay on that. We'll do better on that this next time.
Yeah, talking about Kruckman a few minutes ago, I scrolled back through the replay. I know we don't have it on the broadcast here, Sean. It looked like, I don't know if the car had some trouble or what, but he was on the outside groove. He was running straight and just kind of came down on the car inside of him there. Didn't catch the car number of who he came down on, but it gathered up a lot of people behind him.
But up front, we have Adam Pettit from Rev Racing. These Rev Racing guys, man, they have gotten serious. The last 2 weeks, we had a practice race at Talladega, practice race at Charlotte, and they were up near the front both times.
Yeah, Pettit's been strong. I mean, he's a good driver. Car's solid. Really starting to become a Pettit fan. I'll be rooting him on here tonight, Sean. No, I didn't pick him for the race, but he'll definitely be a pick the way he's running of mine here in the coming weeks.
Well, let's take a look and see who you did pick. I believe you picked Chad Wampler. He's back there in 30th place, but I don't think it'll be too much time before he jumps right back up there.
Yeah, Chad's a solid driver. It's a restrictor plate track. He's got some buddies out there. All he's got to do is partner up with some of these guys, and he'll be coming back through the pack pretty quick. It's amazing the blanket you can put these cars under at Daytona. They run fast, they run nose to tail, and they stay tight.
That's right. We're coming around turns 3 and 4 before we get back to the green flag after the second caution of the race tonight. We're going to be going into lap 17 of 60. Still a long way to go, Thomas.
Yeah, we've got a lot of racing to go. This is one of those races where I don't want to call it a snoozer, but they can run nose to tail for a long time, and you can get some action like we've seen here. So lots of lead changes, lots of position changes. Here we go back to green.
All right, and Adam Pettit's going to bring us back to the green flag. Starting lap 17 of 60. We're only a quarter way done. We've got a lot more action to go. Adam Pettit jumps out front. We've got Mike Lepicki pushing him from behind. There, Taylor Smith leading that outside line again. Looks like the back of the pack's getting a little bit spread out there, Thomas.
Yeah. Again, being a little bit delayed here. I can see the back of the pack. They're jostling for position. Oh, and it looks like
we got a caution.
Spears. Caution. Yeah, Sean, Bill Spears looks like he just lost it. Flew into the outside line there.
Let's see what we can find out
about that. Go back and
that.
see what happened here.
Let's take a look. Not sure where they were 3 wide back there, but oh, and there we go. We found it there. Let me back that up just a little bit, Thomas, and see what we can see.
Maybe a little bit of net coating there, a little bit of contact. Not really sure from my angle what happened, Sean. I'm sure you'll have a better angle.
Well, it looks like we've got Bill Spears down towards the bottom of the track. We got Joseph DuPont running right up next to him. Joseph DuPont looks like, gets into the back of Bill Spears, spins him down onto the bottom of the track. Bill Spears comes right back up, takes out DuPont. Oh, takes out David Duke as well. And then I believe, Brandon Browning's going to get involved in that as well. We've got a lot of people involved in the back. Oh, huge wreck.
Yeah, and that's 2 of those SRN cars, those teammates we've talked about tonight between Duke and Browning. Duke running that brand new Dent Wizard paint scheme, Brandon running that brand new Dent Wizard paint scheme, and Duke running the title sponsor, the CMC Fabrication car. So shame to see them hit. They do have the fast repairs, Sean. So they've got 2 of those tonight, right?
That's correct. So you got 2 fast repairs to last you the entire race. Looks like David Duke's going to come down pit row, hopefully get a fast repair done so he can jump right back out there on the track. Wouldn't it be nice to see CMC win their own race?
It would be, and David's very, very capable of doing it. Haven't talked about it much tonight, though. I know we're still early in the race, so those guys said they were going to be aggressive. I think I said they were the El Diablo racing style, but they've been sitting back there, so maybe a little patience.
Well, and some more fun out there, and we haven't even mentioned this yet. Daniel Bowdler from Stake Dance Racing is running the CMC Fabrication car as well, so CMC's got 2 cars in this race.
Yeah, and they're definitely not going to win prizes for who has the best CMC car. It's going to come down to who's going to finish in front of the other. I think that CMC is sponsoring both drivers throughout the season. Is that correct, Sean?
That's
I think both
correct.
Daniel and David.
That's correct. Definitely getting their names on cars. Honestly, with iRacing, this makes it really, really easy for you to have your dream come true and have your name on a race car and have it broadcast. So, man, what a great thing that iRacing is to really get you some stuff that you've never had access to before.
And speaking of never having access to things, with this format we've got for the broadcasting, you've done a lot of good work putting it together. I see all 36 of those cars out on the track tonight. Having the broadcast aspect, sorry, I've got the Discord going through my headset as well, so I'm having to speak over that. But having this level of broadcast Even though we're having some hiccups tonight, this is something that is amazing. This is something that you can give to everybody, whether you're into iRacing or not, whether you're a driver or you just want to watch. This gives you access inside of this league and what these guys are doing. It's great fun.
It's fun to race. It's fun to broadcast. We were just having a great time with this. I know this is my third broadcast, and I have loved every single one of them. So we're going to have even more fun this season. We have 18 of these races, Thomas.
18 of them, yep. And again, I apologize. I'm having to speak over the Discord broadcast coming through my headset, so it's stumping me up a little bit, but we'll make it work. So,
well, it's Daytona. You put your foot on the gas and hope you don't wreck. That's pretty much all you have to do here.
Wish I had a gas pedal, Sean.
I know you and I were talking a little earlier in the week. With all this money that's floating around, we almost went and revolted against the broadcast booth and jumped out there in the track.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Sean, race control, came down from on high. Jason Tripp wouldn't let us do it. A lot of money on the line.
We'll get our chance, Thomas. We'll get back in there.
Yeah, I'm listening over Duke's communications here with his team.
Well, we'll jump in next caution and we'll see if we can talk to Duke. But for now, I think we're going to get back to green here shortly. All right, pace car drops off. Adam Pettit again is going to bring us to the green. Back to green on lap 21 of the CMC Fabrication 150.
Looks like somebody's coming through the middle there with a quickness, Sean. I can't tell who it is, but they are moving.
Well, we've got the same players up front, just shuffled around a little bit. Lepicki's on the outside now. And then we have Taylor Smith up in second. He is pushing hard. Taylor has really improved in the past few races.
Yeah, it looked like the 317 there behind Mike Lewis. He stopped the gas and he came through the middle with a quickness, trying to find where he's at on the track as far as positions go, Sean.
Oh, we got 3 wide. Let's see how that works out for Aaron Gerwitz in the 09 out there. He's out all by himself on an island. Let's see if he can hang with everybody. Oh, still 3 wide going into another turn. But Adam Pettit still holding that lead ever so slightly. We got Taylor Smith on the outside. Lepicki dropped back down to the bottom. And he's back to pushing Adam Pettit once again. Oh, we got Gerwitz up in the wall. He's going to drop back a few positions, back down to 14th now. But he finally gets back in line. Oh, it looks like Zimmerman's out of line now.
Yeah, some jostling there amongst the Tank Racing team members. So,
ooh, all sorts of stuff going on, but up front, also up in 4th place right now, we have Jake Rowell. He's in 3rd in line in the bottom line there. That Stryker Motorsports car is looking good. But right now, Adam Pettit and Mike Lepicki taking control of this race, staying out front. Taylor Smith, he's staying out front as well. You still have Jay Graves up there in 5th place right now. He was our pole sitter tonight. Devin Zimmerman also from Tank Racing up in 6th.
Yeah, and we've lost the live broadcast again here, Sean, but I'm watching it on the live stream, so a little bit behind. Tank Racing car still up front. You got Lepicki. He's gapped from Zimmerman now by 1 position, but those guys are staying strong, and Pettit, he's pulling ahead.
But we're still going strong here, Thomas. You try to get that technical difficulty worked out. But we'll keep this thing going. Adam Pettit still out front. And like we said before, that is pretty much the only place here that you can stay clean. All right, looks like we got some 3 wide action back there in the back. Got Duncan Straska on the outside. All by himself out there. That's not really where you want to be, Thomas. You don't want to be all by yourself in any line at Daytona.
No, and those guys moved down to the center, and really nice, starting to pull past him. So Looks like they're going to have a good head of momentum. You got Taylor leading the way there in that outside groove, and you can see those two packs separating by quite a bit of distance.
You got Mike Lepicki and Adam Pettit breaking away just a little bit, almost clearing Taylor Smith on that outside. Looks like the inside line's working a little bit better tonight, Thomas.
Yeah, the inside line's staying together a little bit better. The outside jostles around. They don't quite stay nose to tail, but you can see Taylor still getting down on Lepicki using that side draft. He really wants that pad. He wants to go up in the first place.
Well, Taylor Smith might get some help here pretty soon. We got Bobby Brill up in 9th place, so he's moving up, trying to help him out. We also have our first independent. Our first independent in 9th place right now. That's Chris Massey. Oh, we got the 44 of Andrew Schroeder in the wall. He's going to spin. I believe that might, yep, that's going to bring out a caution. Oh, huge wreck from the Stryker Motorsports driver.
A big wreck there, Sean. They looks like he got caught in the quarter. Started to go around, tried to gain control of it, lost control, took out a few other cars in the process.
Well, let's go back and do a Dent Wizard wreck replay. See what we can see back here. And I believe it's going to start off with that 44 of Andrew Schroeder. Yep, he gets tagged, goes up into the wall, comes back down off the wall into the 09 of Aaron Gerwitz. And he just gets spun completely. The 317 has nowhere to go. That's Brandon Arcerio. So he's up in the wall. The 66 involved as well. The 78, David Duke. I think he may have made it by, but Danny Dow did not. So a lot of damage in the back. Daniel Bowler involved a little bit. The 555 of Zimmerman also involved. I'm sorry, that's not Zimmerman. That's Derek De Silva. I apologize. And then the 71 as well. That's another Stryker Motorsports vehicle. He's involved. That's Travis Trevelyan as well. So all sorts of damage in the back, Thomas.
Yeah, and I didn't see who it was, Sean, from the replay there, but it looks like somebody came up into the 44 to get all that started. Hard hit from Dow there down on the apron, going into the 44 and the 317. But I'm not sure what car that was up front that came up and hit the 44 to get that started.
That was one of the do-gooder cars, I believe. Let me find out who that was. It looks like, yeah, that's the do-gooder, the number one of Bobby Brill. Number one of Bobby Brill tagged him a little bit. Not really sure whose fault that was. Let's back up and let's see if we can find out. No, I want to say that was probably Andrew Schroeder. I think he was outside. Yeah, he was 3 wide. He tried to come down just a little bit. I think that's Andrew Schroeder that got into Bobby Brill there. So hey, accidents happen. We're right back into it.
Yeah, and I can see it on the replay. It looks like a racing incident to your point, but I'll tell you what's going to be difficult now, Sean. We've had a couple of these wrecks happen. This is a long race at a super speedway, and you've only got 2 fast repairs. Some of these guys are going to be out of fast repairs, and it's going to change their racing style for the remainder of the race.
Yeah, it is. You know what? We said last caution that we were going to try to get David Duke up in here to talk to him a little bit about CMC. Let's see if we can get him up here. Currently running 3rd out there. He was involved in a wreck just a few minutes ago, Thomas, and he's right back up there in 3rd. Welcome to Daytona.
Yeah, and David Duke in that CMC Fabrications car, he's had the highs and lows tonight. Again, not too far into this race. I believe, Sean, I don't have it in front of me. What lap are we on currently under caution?
This is lap 27. We're going into lap 28.
Yeah, so lap 28, and Duke's up front. He's got a real good chance of winning this race.
Yes, he does. Everybody's got a chance to win Daytona. Man, so much fun here because everybody has that chance. David Duke, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, boys?
Man, it's great. That CMC car is looking good. I know you were in a little bit of an accident earlier, but you're looking all better, and it is a styling car, man.
Corey hooked me up on the night spot paint, the night spot paint deal. I told him what I wanted, and he made it look picture perfect, better than I had asked for, really.
Well, really quick, I know we only have one straightaway left here, but CMC Fabrication, they're sponsoring our race tonight. Good friends of yours. Man, we really appreciate everything that they've done for us. Anything you have to say to them?
Kurt Coffey, CMC Fabrication, actually a great personal friend of mine. Very honored to have his name, his logo in my car. Going to do him right. Yeah, I'm going to the front here.
All right, buddy, go for it. We'll let you go so you can get back in there. All right, so up front, we actually have 2 Striker Racing cars up there. So we have the number 25 of Dean Brummett in second and the number 9 of Jake Roel up in first. So Striker Racing making a great showing. Striker Motorsports, I apologize. So making a great showing tonight. Top 2 cars up front right now. They're leading in those in that team championship right now. But as you know, Thomas, everything can change.
And change with the quickness it can. Like you talked about a minute ago, Duke was involved in a couple of accidents. He was in the back of the pack, and now we're about to go green. He's sitting there in 3rd place. So not the last time we're going to see that tonight.
All right, Jake Roel brings us to the green flag. Lap 29, we're almost halfway there. We got the 2 Striker Motorsports cars, Jake Roel in the 9 and Dean Brummett in the 25. They are hooking up. They are breaking away. That does not happen very often here at Daytona. But here comes David Duke in that 78. He's catching them. And then you got Troy Dow right behind, pushing him. So Troy Dow, one name that we haven't talked about very much. Danny Dow, last season champion. This is his son up there in 4th place. And he's going to put on a show.
Yeah, and I talked to Troy tonight. He's really excited about running full-time at MSM this season. You know, he's got a team he's running on. He's a great racer. Raced against him in a couple of races last season. I think he raced 2 races and won 1. So if that tells you anything about Troy Dow and how he's going to run with a 50% win rate, I think you're going to see more of that this year.
Well, we were all impressed last year when Danny Dow took the championship ring right off your finger in that last race. And now his son is up front. And Mid-South Madness might be even better than his dad.
Yeah, I thank you for reminding me of that, Sean. It was a really, really tight race. You know, it does hurt a little bit when you win the regular season, then you will win the playoff race going into the championship, and it comes down to one race, and you may dump the right front of the wall coming down the last lap and not be able to catch up. But hey, we'll see what Troy can do, because I'm sure he's a lot stronger talent than his dad. But don't tell him I said so.
Well, don't worry, Thomas. I think I was in the very, very back of that race, so at least you beat one person. All right, Jake Roel still leading here. Got Dean Brummett right behind him. They are teaming up, and they are clearing David Duke right now. This is amazing here at Daytona Motor Speedway. Usually we're too wide. They're just running out front.
Yeah, and they're definitely running a tandem. You can see those guys staying tight. You got the guys behind them jostling around, trying to get the 2 lanes going. These guys up front right now, they've got an agenda and they've got a plan. And that plan is getting victory lane. You can tell from the way they're running.
Well, Thomas, if you want to hear a story, this is a good one, because the 18 of Brandon Browning, who is on Team SRN, actually suggested for Dean Brummett and Jake Roel to join Striker Motorsports. They did that, and now they are out front leading this thing.
It would be really good to see a brand new team, brand new drivers in the league, especially a league as young as this, come out and put their name on the board early with a win. We've seen a lot of new drivers this year, a lot of great talent. They're jostling around a little bit here, but we'll see what happens up front.
Yep, and we got, looks like Bobby Brill up front. So Bobby Brill, who was kind of involved in that last accident, he is up front on the outside line. Got number 57 of Adam Pettit. Now he's jumping up front. We got a spin. That looks like David Duke. David Duke spun. Oh, all sorts of damage. Oh,
get a little behind here on the race recap here on YouTube, but looking for that spin with Duke. I think he's probably out of fast repairs too, Sean.
Maybe so. Let's jump into a rec replay by Dent Wizard and see what we can see. Let's check this out. Oh, yeah, looks like David Duke gets up to the high line. Not really sure. Oh, he tried to come right back down onto Troy Dow. This is all happening way up front there. And Troy Dow gets a little bit sideways. Oh, let's see what happens. Yep, Troy Dow gets up into Duke, gets spun a little bit. Looks like Andrew Schroeder up top. And then looks like Zimmerman might have skirted through a little bit. Oh, all sorts of damage back there. But we got David Duke that involved in that accident there. We were just talking to him. All right, let's jump back in.
Sean, we're going to get Pettit up here to talk to. Pettit, you in the booth? Hey, man, so you've got a strong race car tonight. Looks like you've been running up front quite a bit. What's the feeling so far in the race?
Oh, looks like we dropped. We lost Pettit there. I think he dropped right back down into his. Let's see if we can grab him. There he is. Adam Pettit, how's it going, buddy?
Good. How you guys doing?
Oh man, we're doing good. How's it looking up front?
Look good out front. I like it. Nice clear view.
But yeah, man, you've been leading a lot of this race. You've been getting some good pushes from Mike Lepicki and a few others. What do you have to do to stay out front here for another 26 laps or so?
Just get someone that wants to kind of work with me and push. The outside line can't really get formed, I've noticed, so that's why I've kind of been able to stay up here. I'm kind of worried about fuel right now. I didn't know if I should pick there or not, but I didn't want to get stuck back in all that traffic. So we're going to keep it out here, see if we can save some fuel and bring it home at the end.
Well, buddy, good luck. We can't wait to see it happen for Rev'd Racing out there. So we'll let you get back to it, but good luck. Stay safe.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, so let's recap here where we're at. Still got another lap of yellow to go here. We got Adam Pettit up front. We have Bobby Brill in second place there. That he's from the Do-Gooders. And we have Chris Massey. He is an independent, just joined the league this week. Although I do see him running a Wild Bill Motorsports car, so maybe that's signs of things to come. So Mike Lepicki in fourth for Tank Racing. Taylor Smith, another do-gooder, he's right there in fifth. Jay Graves for Jam Racing is there in sixth. Corey Knight, another do-gooder in the Griffith CPA firm car there, he is in seventh. Brad Yonkman, there's another do-gooder. So all sorts of do-gooders all up in the top eight. All four of the do-gooders are in the top eight, Thomas. That is absolutely unreal.
Well, I don't look for them to be doing any good if they get up there racing for a win. Those guys will be jostling all over the place, and who knows what will happen. If there is some strong talent in that team, and the backstory on the do-gooders team, and the name is about as good as it gets. So we'll see how they run here, Sean.
They are just a bunch of fun-loving guys, and everybody thinks that they goof off, but my goodness, they are putting on a show today. All right, we're going to go back up front with Adam Pettit, who's going to get us back to the green flag here right after this straightaway. Looks like we have pretty much everybody on the lead lap. I believe we have 7 that are at least a lap down. David Duke's back on the lead lap, so David Duke still hanging in there.
Yeah, Sean, I think we're going to see a few more go laps down, though, as we progress through this race. Again, 2 faster pairs, as much action as we've had with cautions and wrecks. A lot of these guys are already out of those faster pairs. They're going to fall back. They've got damaged race cars. I think that attrition is going to be the name of the game from here out.
All right, I think we're going to get the pace car off the track. We're going to get Adam Pettit once again bringing us to green. Bobby Brill on his outside. Chris Massey, one of the first independents up here. Again, with that Wild Bill Motorsports, I don't know what that means. I guess we're going to find out later this week in the Discord chat. But we might have the 4th member of Wild Bill Motorsports there. So Adam Pettit bringing us to green. 25 laps to go. And just like Adam Pettit was talking about, that outside line is really failing to form out there, so not putting up too much of a show on the outside. Adam Pettit's going to take the lead by a little bit. He's getting a good little push from Massey. Everybody all lined up in those 2 rows going down the backstretch. But Adam Pettit all by himself out front. Now we've got the front four. Front 4 have broken away from that 2-line pack. If they can all bunch up, this might get interesting.
And I don't know what was going on there at the back of the pack. It looked like maybe, I think it was Mike Lewis started falling back from mid-pack all the way to the rear. So interesting to see there.
Well, now we've got the front 6 that are kind of in a line now. So I think everybody's just abandoning that outside, Thomas.
Yeah, maybe it's time for them to settle in, Sean, and they're thinking patience more than aggressiveness at this point. Just rolling with what they've got. Again, there's been a lot of accidents, and you've only got those 2 fast repairs on a restricted plate track. So maybe it's time to just settle in and ride towards the end here.
Oh, well, on the outside, we got a couple do-gooders. We got Taylor Smith and Bobby Brill teaming up there on the outside. Oh, we got another caution.
Oh, my God, and Wild Bill Spears just plows into the wrecking cars here.
Oh, goodness gracious.
We're going to have to go back and see that.
Well, let's take a look at our wreck replay by Dent Wizard. Let's see what happens back here. I'm not really sure where this started. I don't really see anybody here up towards the front. Let's see if we can back it up a little bit. Looks like everybody's safe right in there. But we're 3 wide there. Oh, looks like the 25. Yeah, that's one of the Striker Motorsports. He gets into the wall, comes back down. Oh, gets a little bit squirrely. And then the 44, another Striker Motorsports, gets into Daniel Bowdler. And then that starts everything. So a couple of the Striker Motorsports, they were doing so well during the beginning of this race. And now back in the back, causing some mayhem back there. David Duke again involved in this. Bad luck for David Duke.
Yeah, and Bowdler, we haven't talked about him very much tonight. Obviously, very fast car, very fast team. Not sure what part he had to play in that. Looks like he might have got into the 44 a little bit there towards the back of the pack in front of Houseman. Just from looking at the replay there, yeah, it looks like a couple of cars got caught up in that after the fact.
Yeah, all sorts of damage back there. David Duke's going to bring it down pit road again. Andrew Schroeder has had some problems today. He looks like he's going to hit the pit row as well. But again, still up front, Adam Pettit, that is where you want to be. You want to be up there up front away from all of this carnage.
Sean, I got to ask, do you even think Pettit knows there's a race going on behind him? He's just been cruising all night.
I think he's pretty much checked out, man. And Chris Massey right behind him. Great showing for this independent driver. So here at Daytona, it is great to have a team. But, man, he is just showing that you don't really need one. So,
yeah, very few independents running in MSM this season. I think we've only got 3 or 4. So tonight we've got, maybe 1, maybe 2 running. Everybody else is on a team, so it shows you that it's important to have a team, but at the same time you can get results without it.
Well, I know that that this guy is going to come back and watch this broadcast, and he's going to get mad at me for saying this, but look at Corey Knight in 5th place. He started off in 33rd, Thomas. Corey Knight, that Griffith CPA, yep.
Yep, Corey's running that Griffith CPA car. Corey's been pretty solid tonight throughout the race. He's had some bad luck last season, getting caught up in a lot of accidents. He's kept his nose clean tonight, so knock on wood that he has a strong finish here.
Definitely. I know one of our other sponsors, Danny Dow, that's what's supposed to be the Silverback Tax Solutions car. It looks like he is out of fast repairs, just trying to get around the track a little bit there. So that's the Silverback Tax Solutions car. We appreciate them.
And Silverback Tax Solutions, that car paints by night. Looking at that thing in the daylight, I know we got a night race tonight. I can't wait to have a day race to see that car. the spec maps on the paints that Paints by Night is doing, that car looks badass when you look at it in the light.
It is a great looking car. So, all right, back up front. Looks like the lights are off. So we've got Adam Pettit coming to the start finish line again, leading this pack. That is the way you want to do it here at Daytona. Chris Massey on his outside, Taylor Smith back on the inside in third place, and Bobby Brill in fourth. So you got a couple do-gooders. Actually, you have 3 do-gooders in a row, third, fourth, and fifth place. Bobby Brill, Taylor Smith, and Corey Knight.
Yeah, and Taylor's on that inside line now. He spent most of his night on the outside. He's going to be behind Pettit. Maybe he can give Pettit some action, because I can tell you right now, Pettit's on an interstate. He's just cruising on a Sunday drive.
Well, it is a lot of fun to watch him drive, and let's just see if he can hold on to it for another 20 laps. 20 more laps to go until we are paying out some serious money.
Let's get to it, Sean. You got the green here, bud. Tell us how we go.
All right, Adam Pettit bringing us to it. Pace car is going to dip off here in just 1 second. Then we're going to have Adam Pettit bringing us to the green flag. We're going to have Chris Massey on the outside there. Let's see if Chris Massey can come all the way up. Yeah, he started off in 17th, and so he's all the way up to second place. So a lot of big movers and shakers. So pace car is off.
Here they go.
Here comes Adam Pettit. Let's see if he gets a push from Taylor Smith here. Looks like a really good push from Taylor Smith. And it looks like Chris Massey is just out there all by himself. That's not going to work here. Let's see if he can get in line. It looks like he will. He'll dip down in line in the top 4 there. Adam Pettit, Taylor Smith, Chris Massey, and Bobby Brill will kind of check out a little bit.
Yeah, and it looked like Taylor backed off of Pettit a little bit there going through the tri-oval. Don't know if he's going to get a little more aggressive with him. Not sure why he did that. Maybe they were just wanting to keep it really, really clean going there into 1.
And we got some 3 wide back there in the back, but up front, the top 7, actually top 8, all in one single file line. We have another independent racer up there, up in 7th, Jonathan Byer. Jonathan Byer is running in 7th place right now. Doing pretty good.
Really surprised Sean Byer's not on the team. We watched him in the exhibition race last week. He ran really strong. He's a good aggressive driver. Look for him to be on a team at some point this season, I have a feeling.
I feel like you're right. But up front, still Adam Pettit leading this race. Taylor Smith on that outside. He is hooked up with Bobby Brill on the outside line. And then right behind him, Corey Knight. So we got the top 3 from do-gooders all in a line on the outside there.
And I'm looking at this battle back around 10th place. You've got Zimmerman catching up to the front pack. He's out all by himself. Mike Lewis behind him. Looks like Danny Setzer in the favorite Customs. Paints by Night 17. Right behind Lewis, giving him all kinds of fits. So these guys are coming.
Yeah, I don't think that anybody's going to get away too far here at Daytona, but that is a big gap back there to, I believe that's 10th place. But Zimmerman has caught up to the pack. He's going to go on the outside. He's going to try to get around Corey Knight there.
Yeah, and you saw the head of steam he had running up on Knight. He pulled right up beside him on the outside, all by himself, no draft, no partners. Very strong car.
And coming around turns 3 and 4. Still the same players up at the front. Not a lot of mixing, but we do have Jake Roel from Stryker Motorsports up there in 5th place. He's going to get some pushing going on, but I think he's just going to lay back, be a little bit patient. That was kind of his game plan coming in. Don't push too hard, too fast. Stay up with the lead pack, but don't get into any trouble.
And it looks like Setzer's caught up here with this lead pack as well. He's bringing some guys behind him. Mike Lewis is falling back. We've got, looks like Houseman.
Oh, we got a big wreck. Taylor Smith, Bobby Brill, everybody is wrecking. Oh my goodness, what a huge wreck up at the very, very front. Let's see if we can get back in there and figure out what happened. Let's go.
And that was right at the front of the pack as we go to our Dent Wizard wreck replay here. Sean, not sure if he was getting pushed hard. I'm sure we'll see it here in the replay, but he just lost it
Yeah, it looks like
right in the
Taylor
front.
Smith.
Wow.
Yeah, Taylor Smith got turned. I'm not sure if maybe Bobby Brill just didn't hit him square or what, but Taylor Smith goes spinning. And then Jake Rowell down to the inside. Both do-gooders involved in that wreck up at the front. Looks like Corey Knight made it through unscathed, but just about everybody else. Good gracious, look how much carnage is back there.
Yeah, they look like top spinning there towards the middle of the field there, Sean. Is Taylor, it looks like he just got turned a little bit loose on the back stretch there, hits the outside wall, starts spinning uncontrollably. Just everything is carnage from there. Lots of cars caught up in that one, Sean.
Wow, what a huge wreck. So we'll see how that shakes out, because we are down to 15 laps to go. That's Daniel Bowler in the pits there. Doesn't look like he has a fast repair left. I'm not sure. So, but up front, when you're up front, you stay up front and you stay out of trouble a lot of the time. So Adam Pettit still leads this race.
I'll tell you what, I don't know how he made it through it, but I'm watching the replay there, Sean. And Danny Setzer in that Fraser Buda Customs number 17. It looks like he got into some trouble in the middle of that wreck, went down to the inside, saved that car, drifted it sideways, and drove it off cleanly. So we'll see where he shakes out in this deal.
Well, it looks like Setzer is up in 7th place right now. And
Hey, that's close to the front there, Sean. A lot of racing left at Daytona.
well, one thing I want to point out, Thomas, is if you look at our top 8, we have people that have moved up 28 positions, 26 positions, 22 positions, 15 positions. A lot of these guys at the front were just hanging out in the back the entire race, and now here they are with a chance to win.
Yeah, Massey, we haven't talked about him all night. He's sitting there in 2nd place, I do believe it is. I'm a little delayed on our leaderboard.
Yep, that's right.
You got Massey in 2nd, Dice in 3rd, Zimmerman 4th, Knight in 5th, Setzer 6th. Those are guys we haven't talked about all night, Sean. So,
Yeah, and we've got our pole sitter, Jay Graves. He's sitting back in 15th position right now. He's got a little bit of work to do, but he's got the car to do it if he can.
yeah, literally the only guy tonight who has been separated completely from what's been going on in this race is our first place car in Adam Pettit. He's just sitting up there on a Sunday drive, looking in his rearview mirror, probably listening to the radio, having a Coca-Cola, not worried about a thing.
He's having a great time up there in that Puma car. Oh, you saw there on the inside, you saw David Duke with his hood off. I have a feeling that might be the end of the race for him. I think he's out of fast repairs. He is a lap down. Actually, he's about 4 laps down. I apologize. That was Danny Dow I was looking at. David Duke is 1 lap down. That might be the end for him in that CMC Chevrolet.
Well, either way, he'll get Kurt over at CMC to fat him a new hood he can put on for next week. Just looks like his week is done today, so we'll move on to the next with him.
Yeah, we got the pace car's lights are off. We're going to go 1 more lap here and see what we got. I just want to point out a couple guys here. Our last 2 winners from our exhibition. So we have Chad Wampler. I mean, he's down a long way, and then Daniel Bowler still sitting in the pits. I think he's still getting repaired. He must be out of fast repairs. So it looks like their luck has run out for this evening at least, but we expect big things from them this season.
Yeah, it's a shame to see my pick Wampler there. Expected him to have a really good evening, Sean. I can't remember. I was scrambling a little bit in a frantic, stressful moment, trying to get all of our tech set up here on my side. Who was your pick for the evening?
My pick for the evening was Brandon Browning, and Brandon Browning is back in 29th place. He is a lap down, so not sure I'm going to get that. So I don't think either of us are very good at picking. I think that's going to be a curse that people want to avoid.
Well, hopefully, if it holds true the past 2 weeks and it holds true next week, it's going to be like a Madden football EA Sports cover. These guys aren't going to want us to pick them, but I will tell you this. We have talked about the Team Tank Racing this evening, and you can see Zimmerman's back up front there. Looks like there's a couple of guys back up front that have a chance to win that we have talked about tonight, as well as the ones we have.
Yeah, and one interesting one, Sean Dice from Rev Racing in 4th place. We haven't really talked about him too much. And then Danny Setzer, like you were saying, in that Fraser Buda car. He's going to be starting off in 6th position. But here we go. Green flag. 14 laps to go. Adam Pettit bringing us up to the green flag with Chris Massey on his outside. Let's see if Chris Massey dips down like he did last time.
Yeah, not sure what happened with the 17 there. Looks like he got a very slow restart. Got some cars going around him, but they're side by side up front. Zimmerman's making a move. It looks like there.
Corey Knight up in 5th position, trying to get those do-gooders to victory lane. And we got Chris Massey taking the lead on the outside. We haven't seen that all night. Oh, we got 3
Just
wide.
a matter of time, Sean, for it. Just a matter of time before they got that outside line moving. So got 3 wide going in.
Oh, we got another wreck. Oh, my goodness.
Another caution.
Yeah, it looked like we had Jonathan Byer in there. It looked like Jonathan Byer got a little bit into somebody. Let's see if we can't go back and find out what's going on back there. Oh, always hate to see it.
Lots of cars caught up in that one. Somebody hit the inside hard. Not sure how many fast repairs these guys have left running up front, but we're going to find out quick. Sean, you and I might be going to the scrapyard this week and making some money off the cars that are
you bet we are
towed away from this race.
You bet we are. So we're up front here. It looks like it started just a little bit ahead of that. Yeah, we got 3 wide up there. I believe that's Jonathan Byer. Yeah, that's Jonathan Byer there. Takes it 3 wide. Oh, he spins Sean Dice. Oh, no, that's not Sean Dice. I apologize. That's the 83. Oh, no, I believe that. Oh, that's Massey. Okay, I apologize. That's Chris Massey that got spun there. Oh, and it starts everything all over again. Lots of carnage. Zimmerman involved. The 44 of Andrew Schroeder once again involved. Looks like they're going to pick up the 79 as well. And then, it looks like Lepicki got through. But the 93 of Brad Yonkman, not so lucky. Oh, all sorts of stuff. And we still have about 10 laps to go here, Thomas.
Yeah, Zimmerman, he hasn't been caught up in anything all night. He's kept his nose clean. That Tank Racing team's been nose to tail for the most part running. Looks like he got caught up there. You see the 66 spinning. A lot of cars made it through, but a lot of cars caught up in it as well.
One car not caught up in it, obviously, again. Adam Pettit, let's take this guy to Vegas.
Well, Vegas is your hometown, Sean, or second hometown. You know it like the back of your hand. I'm sure we can take him and win some money, but you know what? He might not even notice we're talking to him. He's just sitting up front in his own world. And I got a feeling if it keeps on like this, he's going to be right up there in his own world at the end of this race.
Well, you know what?
He's just driving away.
Let's see if we can't get Corey Knight in the booth here. Let's talk to the founder of Mid-South Madness for just a second while we have another lap going here. There he is. Corey Knight, how's it going, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Man, I am loving that Griffith CPA firm car up there in the top 3. You've been up front there for a little while now.
Man, this thing's faster than a Griffith CPA tax return, I promise you. This thing is quick.
Get those refunds back quickly. That's right. Yeah,
Dude,
you had your do-gooders up front there, and it looks like a couple of them got spun a little bit earlier. How'd you make it through that?
Yeah, we had 4 guys in the top 10 just a second ago, and I think somehow Taylor and Brill got pinched together, and somehow I made it through there. And then I think our other guy is sitting right behind us. So I mean, we're kind of spread out. We're hopefully getting everybody back together.
Yeah, it looks like you got Bobby Brill 2 cars back from you on the inside here in a few minutes, and then Taylor Smith back there in 10. So you still got 3 of the top 10 up there. Not looking too terrible.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to do good, buddy. That's what we do over here.
That's what we wanted to hear, man.
Keep it clean, keep it fast, just doing as good as possible.
That's what we wanted to hear, was to do good. All right, buddy. Well, we'll let you get back to it. You guys have a good one. Have fun.
Thank y'all.
All right. Once again, that was Corey Knight, the founder of Mid-South Madness. He considered there for a while, Thomas, not racing this season, but then he got a sponsorship with Griffith CPA firm. He sold the owner of Griffith CPA firm a car, and while selling him a car, said, "Why don't you sponsor my car in iRacing as well?" And he got an agreement to do that.
Well, and that's going to pay off tonight, judging on where he's running. So it looks like the do-gooders are going to have some success if they can just keep it together where they're at. I know we've had a couple of cars retire already. Wampler's out of the race. Daniel Bodler from SRN blew up the motor. So we're starting to see that attrition we were talking about earlier, Sean.
Yeah, it looks like Wild Bill Spears is out as well. Brendan Arcerio, he's out as well. A lot of cars getting damaged. That's why we only have 2 fast repairs, so that way you can be safe but still have a good time. If you get in 1 wreck, that's okay. 2 wrecks, that's a little too much. So looks like we're going to have a bunch of people. 27, actually, take that back. 29 people on the lead lap still. 29 guys still on the lead lap. And here we go. Adam Pettit bringing us back to the green flag. 10 laps to go. Actually, 9 now. 9 laps to go.
Here goes Pettit.
What a great restart. Too bad it's Daytona and people get right back on your back bumper so quickly.
It looks like we've got Browning and Setzer making up some room. De Silva seems slow on the inside there. Quite a few people making a run on the outside.
Well, top 2 right now, Adam Pettit, Sean Dice. That's Rev Racing. So we got a couple of Rev Racing guys right up front.
I'm kind of looking back through the field here, John. We've got Mike Lewis. Oh, Mike Lewis into the 44 and almost up into the wall himself. They keep going. No caution.
Corey Knight holding strong in that do-gooders Griffith CPA firm car. He's got his teammate Bobby Brill on the outside there. So we got 2 teammates going head-to-head. So Adam Pettit, Sean Dice, they're teammates with Rev Racing. And then Corey Knight and Bobby Brill, teammates with do-gooders.
Yeah, and you can see that inside line, Sean. They're starting to just kind of get nose to tail.
We got a caution. Sorry to cut you off there, Thomas. We do have a caution. Let's see if we can figure out what happened back there. Let's go to a wreck replay by Dent Rizzard. Not sure where this caution is going to come from here. Trying to click through and see where the damage happened.
I don't know. I think it was around the 18 of Browning.
Looks like we're going to go back to the back. I believe this is AJ Pritchett. And it looks like back there in the back we might get a little bit of action. Maybe not. Yeah, it looked like Pritchett was going off the track from what I can see here, but it looks like everything's okay there. So I'm not really sure where that green or where that yellow flag went. Let's oh, there it was right there. That was, let me go right back to that. So it looks like Pritchett gets up into Ruggles a little bit. Either that or Ruggles comes down on Pritchett. So one or the other. Ruggles gets turned. Pritchett gets turned. And here at Daytona, that ends in disaster.
Yeah, it's probably just a racing incident. We're getting towards the end of the race here. They're coming through the tri-oval.
Brandon
you got
Browning.
One down against the yellow line. You got one kind of mid-pack trying to get down and catch the draft. It's all part of it here at Daytona, Sean.
Yeah, it looks like Brandon Browning was involved in that wreck as well. So another team SRN getting some damage. So a lot of cars in this. A lot of cars just getting wrecked. This is not sure if we're going to have a battle of attrition here or what, but
you know what I love though, Sean?
What's that?
Looks like we got some guys checking up on the backstretch here. But what I love is we have all these teams from last season. Some of them were teams, some of them weren't. They were individual drivers, but all experienced MSM drivers. You would expect these guys to be up front, right? Not get involved in incidents, keep their nose clean. And those have been all the guys involved in incidents tonight. And we've had guys that we never thought we were going to be talking about in race one. We're talking about them up in the top 5.
Well, you know, the fun part was with Rev Racing coming in, we really didn't know anything about these guys. And now we're seeing what we need to see. We've got Adam Pettit up in first, Sean Dice in second. We have Aaron Gerwitz up in ninth, and he was involved in a couple wrecks early, but he is still hanging in there. So all sorts of fun tonight, but looks like that's going to be a really strong team this season.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what they can do the rest of the season, but really I think they're going to put a stamp on this tonight. Adam Pettit has gone unchallenged there at the front of the pack. He's gotten some guys that have gotten beside him, but nobody's really gave him a run for the money. So with so few laps left, let's see who's going to push him.
6 laps to go. You think we're going to get another caution?
Absolutely, Sean. I don't think there's any doubt we're going to go with a caution here. Who knows what lap it's going to come on, though. Probably going to get a green light checker, in my opinion.
All right. We're not going to get anybody in the booth right now because we're going to come down to 1 to go to the green. But we're going to start off again with Adam Pettit. He's been out front all race long. He's going to stay out there, it looks like. And Sean Dice in second, his teammate. And we have Bobby Brill in the number 1 do-gooders car. And then Corey Knight in that Griffith CPA firm, that is also a do-gooders car as well. So 2 pairs of teammates up front.
Yeah, it's good to see Corey Knight up there running. You know what? If I had to change my pick right now, just from a heartfelt pick, I'd put it on Corey Knight, knock on wood, and then get up there on the podium.
Oh, no. Well, with our first pick, I'm not sure Corey wants that pick. But here's an interesting one. Look back in 7th place. We got Troy Dow. We've been talking about Danny Dow today about how he won the championship last year. Danny Dow, 5 laps down now. But his son, Troy Dow, up in 7th with a chance to win this thing.
Well, like I was saying earlier in the race, Sean, you got Troy, solid racer, ran 2 races last year, won 1, 50%. He's racing full-time this year. That's a scary proposition for the rest of these guys.
Loving that stake dance number 2. He's doing a great job up front. A few of his other stake dance friends are basically out of the race. Stan Hausman's still on the lead lap as well, and back in 17th. So he's got a little bit of help out there. But basically the 2 winners from last 2 weeks, Daniel Bowdler and Chad Wampler, are not going to be much help this race. All right, I believe we're about to come back to it.
Hopefully these guys are going to tighten it up before they come to the green flag. Looks like they're lagging back a little bit. You got Hausman, his partner, way in the back. So we'll see what happens here coming to green, Sean.
All right, I think we're going to get the pace car dipping off here. And Adam Pettit bringing us to 4 to go. 4 laps to go. His teammate Sean Dice on the outside. We got Bobby Brill right up on his bumper. Mike Lepicki, he's right back up there up front. He's in 4th. He's going to jump into 3rd right behind Bobby Brill there in the bottom line.
Boy, and I was watching the 31 of Zimmerman. He was there towards mid-pack. He got behind Mike Lewis and these guys. He was involved in that last incident. It's go time for him. He was pushing the fire out of
Yeah, we were 3 wide there for a little while. We got a couple Stryker Motorsports cars up there on the outside, leading the outside line. That's Dean Brummett and Jake Roel. But look up front again, Adam Pettit and Bobby Brill leading this pack. Mike Lepicki and Adam Pettit looks like he's lost his teammate, Sean Dice. It's dropped back to 7th position.
Yeah, and they'll be making a move on him here soon, I've got no doubt. And the front of this pack is looking like it was towards the beginning.
Oh, we got another caution.
9 on the outside.
And we were saying it, but we've got another caution. Let's jump back into the Dent Wizard rec replay and see what we can see back there. I believe it's going to be a little further back. I'm not really sure who got involved here. Let's find out.
Yeah, and I wasn't looking too far back, Sean, so I didn't see where this one happened. But before that caution, I can tell you those guys in the outside lane, they were starting to make a move there, and I think Pettit might have gotten past if that caution didn't come out.
Well, I'm not seeing where the accident happened here. I believe we've lost that replay. Maybe we can see it from this long angle. We're going to see if we can find out who got into that wreck and who started this whole thing. All right, I don't see who got into the wreck. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, that we can't see that.
I will say this,
from the
though,
long
Sean,
range.
I think I called it a minute ago. We're going to come down to a green-white checker.
That is absolutely correct. We are going to go to green and then one lap and then the finish line right after that. So there are 3 chances for a green-white checker.
There are 3 chances for a green-white checker, Sean, but I have a feeling that most of this field is looking for one chance, get that white flag, breathe a sigh of relief, and let's carry it in next week, because this has been a tough race for these guys. So whoever wins it, it's going to be well fought and well deserved.
Well, like we said before, and we'll jump back to it here really quickly, this week's payouts, $90 for first place, second place gets $35, third place gets $25, fourth place gets $20, fifth gets $15, sixth gets $15, seventh gets $10, eighth gets $10. It costs them $10 to get into this race, so top 8 get at least their money back. Also, Jay Graves won the pole position award, so he's going to get $10 for that. Fastest lap, we're not really sure who has that just yet. We will take a look at that at the end of the race. And then $40 for the best team. And honestly, right now, best team, it's kind of a toss-up. I think we've got a couple guys from Stryker up front. We've got a couple guys from Do-Gooders up front. We have all sorts of people, so we're going to have to see how this thing shakes out, Thomas.
Well, I can tell you right now who the best team's going to be, Sean.
Who's that?
The one in victory lane.
That's
when
right.
we get to the end of this race, we're going to know exactly who it is. But so far, we've had some great racing here at Daytona. It's a great way to open up season 2 for MSM.
This has been a really great week. Everybody has been anticipating this night for over a week now. Once we started announcing all the prize money that was involved, we just had racers and teams get together. This has been one of the most impressive fields that we have seen in a long time, Thomas.
Yeah, it has. And again, we're talking about guys that weren't here last season. We got a lot of new drivers in the league. A lot of the names we expected to be up front aren't there. They're wrecked in the garage or at the back of the pack, a couple of laps down. I know we've got some of them still on the lead lap, but the teams we expected to be there, other than obviously Team Tank and Lipicki, but we got all the new guys up front. Pettit is a brand new driver to this league, and he's got a great shot of winning it here as we come down to the white flag. Or the green flag there, Sean.
And we were saying before how many movers and shakers there were up front, but if you look right now, we have Adam Pettit has only gained 5 positions up into first place. Bobby Brill gained 7 positions, so we don't have a huge amount of movers and shakers. Dean Brummett and it looks like Troy Dow, they've moved up double digits. And then take a look at Sean Dice, 22 positions improved from the beginning of this race, went from 29th to 7th.
Yeah. You got Dice sitting there in 7th. You got Gerwitz sitting there in 8th. He's been involved in several instances tonight. You got Houseman behind him, Graves behind him. Then Taylor Schmidt's getting back up there in 11th. Lots of great runs by these guys. They're running consistent. They come from the back. All of them have a chance to win this evening.
All right, really quick, let's take a look and see if we can see it. And this is just in the top 15. So top 15 looks like Aaron Gerwitz right now has the best time of 46.705. We'll have to go back and look in the back of the pack and see if there are any others that have better than that. But right now, Aaron Gerwitz looks like he is in the lead for the top time of the night.
Yeah, and good on him, too, because if you remember at the beginning of this race, he kind of got bounced around a little bit, kind of like a ping pong ball in 2 or 3 of those incidents. So seeing him back up there and seeing him have the fastest lap just is a testament to how he's been driving tonight, even though he's been keeping his nose clean, even though some other folks have gotten involved in some incidents.
Well, his teammate, Adam Pettit, leading this race, got Bobby Brill on the outside. Bobby was a late addition to the Do-Gooders team, but I think Do-Gooders are going to be very, very pleased with his finish here.
Looks like we're coming down to it, Sean, so call us to the green, bud.
All right, buddy, hold on to everything. Adam Pennett's going to bring us to the green for the green-white checker. Here we go. Everybody hold on tight. Green flag. 2 laps to go.
And watch that 9 and that 25 there, Sean. Oh, we got a caution coming back.
Oh, already have a caution. My goodness, that did not take long at all. It looks like it's going to involve Derek De Silva. Let's find out. Let's go to our Dent Rizzard wreck replay.
Yeah, and I saw in there, Sean, it looked like the 71. Didn't see what happened to De Silva, but definitely saw the 71 going around there. So a lot of uneasiness on that restart.
Let's see if we can find out what's going on back there. No, for whatever reason, our replay system is just not working properly right now. Let's see if we can get a better angle on it.
Well, I can tell you just from listening to some of the in-car audio and some of the chatter going through these teams, sounds like the 71 ran into Ruggles from Ruggles' point of view. But we'll have to go back and maybe see if we can see that there.
Oh, back in the back, Setzer spins the 13. Not really sure what happened there. I think Setzer just kind of got into it a little bit on the outside, and he was spinning on the track. That 13, Josh Witt, up against the wall.
Yeah, I'm looking here at another angle, too. It looks like the 96 gets into the right rear quarter of the 71 on the restart. Not sure what that was about. They were running. Don't know if they were going for the same piece of real estate, but then the 79 gets down into De Silva. Just a chain reaction from there.
All sorts of damage going on. Let's see if we can get back there to the 96 and see what we can see back there. Well, this is up actually towards the front a little bit. This is back 17th and 18th, actually. So Taylor Smith, who's been running up front all day long. It looks like Jay Graves gets down just a little bit. Not really seeing anything too crazy down there. Not really sure. I did not see the biggest accident, I don't think, but we're going to get back up to the front and see what's going on there.
Well, we may not have seen the biggest action in that accident, but the biggest action on this green flag is going to be right here at the front where you're at now, Sean, because this is for all the marbles. These guys are going to be running hard. Pettit, again, he's oblivious, right? He doesn't know who's behind him, what's going on. He's up there listening to radio Sunday Drive. I don't see any reason why he doesn't win this thing.
Well, he's been doing it the entire race. Why not finish it off? So let's just go through our top 10 here really quick. So we've got Adam Pettit up front, just like he has been all night long. Bobby Brill, one of the do-gooders, he is up in second place. Dean Brummett from Stryker Motorsports up in third. Mike Lepicki from Tank Racing in fourth. Jake Roel from Stryker Motorsports up in fifth. Troy Dow, he is up in sixth from Stake Dance Racing. Aaron Gerwitz from Revs Racing up in seventh. Sean Dice from Rev Racing also in 8th. Jay Graves from Jam Racing is in 9th. And then Stan Hausman from Stake Dance Racing is up in 10th. So that is your top 10 as it sits.
Yeah, and I don't think that's going to be your top 10 at the end of the race. These guys are going to get real aggressive on this restart. Don't know if we'll see another accident, but we'll definitely see some people get pushed out of line here, Sean.
Well, you predicted it, and it came true. So 25 people on the lead lap right now. Everybody from 26 back is at least a lap down. So more carnage.
Man, what a race, though, Sean. We started with 37 drivers, okay? Race 1, MSM Season 2, would you say 25 on the lead lap? 37 drivers started this race. That's how exciting it's been. We've had wrecks. We've had guys fall back. We've had quite an exciting event so far.
Well, I have enjoyed every single second of it. I know we've had some technical difficulties today, but we're going to get those things worked out. We've got 17 more weeks after this week. 17 more weeks of fun. All right. Pace car has its lights off. It will dip off here in just a second. And Adam Pettit once again bringing us to green. Bobby Brill on the outside. Let's see if Bobby can do anything with it. Then we have Dean Brummett in third, Mike Lepicki in fourth, and then Jake Rowell in fifth. So we've got a lot of guys up there that have a shot at this. Just a matter of, can we go green for one solid lap to get to the white flag? Pace car's off. Adam Pettit bringing us to the green flag once. Oh, Adam Pettit gets tapped in the back already. Bobby Brill gets to the line first. I'm not sure if that's going to be a penalty or not. Not really sure what happened there, but Bobby Brill takes the lead for the time being.
We'll have to take a look. And here comes Lepicki in the 2 car on the outside.
Oh, Lepicki gets spun by the 2 of Dow.
Lepicki gets turned.
No yellow flag yet. No yellow flag. Oh, that's got to be a yellow. Yeah, Zimmerman spinning hard in the back.
Pettit. Oh, Pettit to the inside. Look at him. He's going to make that pass.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. Yellow flag. Huge wreck back there.
I can tell you, Sean, Pettit was coming. He got knocked there on that restart, pushed in the rear. He didn't like it. Got a little bit sideways when he was catching him there coming on the backstretch.
All right, well, let's take a wreck replay from Dent Wizard. Let's go back and take a look and see what happens here. I believe it's going to be Mike Lepicki. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah, Mike Lepicki already down on the apron. And he's going to spin. He's going to come back up. Looks like the 93 gets involved as well. Taking out Taylor Smith. Oh, and there goes Corey Knight. Corey Knight gets tagged by Lepicki.
Yeah, and sad for both Lepicki and Knight and all those guys involved in that accident. Lepicki's been up front running top 5 pretty much the entire evening. You had Knight who had worked his way up there looking for a good finish, needs a good finish for those do-gooders, and no good came of that, Sean.
No, not at all. So Lepicki spinning, his teammate Devin Zimmerman spinning back there, that 93 car as well. All sorts of damage. We've got one more shot at this green-white checker. Hey, right now we've got 42 viewers on this stream. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the stream. We are going to do this fun stuff every single week, and we might even have some bonus races throughout the week as well. So be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, and speedracingnetwork.com. You can go there for all of your iRacing needs. We're getting that up and running. Sean, we're going to have button boxes for sale. There's going to be some setups that you're going to be able to go on and purchase. Eventually, we're going to look at coaching as well as some other series, not only through MSM but also through some other outlets as well. And if you're in a league and you want to get broadcast, if you like what we're doing here, reach out to us because we are going to be doing some broadcasting outside of Mid-South Madness as well.
Absolutely. We are enjoying the broadcasting side of things. Speed Racing Network has come along. They are trying to become the one-stop shop for all things iRacing. So they're going to have stuff on speedracingnetwork.com. So if you have not been to speedracingnetwork.com, you can catch this stream on there. You can catch all sorts of good stuff, and you can also learn about the drivers that are driving in this race tonight.
Oh, you know what I forgot, Sean?
What's that?
All these beautiful paints by Night. You can get that there as well.
You can. Paints by Night does a fantastic job of everything they're doing. A very quick turnaround, but he gets you exactly what you want. Most of these cars in this race are Paints by Night designs. You got Bobby Brill there. That's a Paint by Night. You got Troy Dowd. That actually, that is not a Paints by Night. I apologize. We've got, let's see, Dean Brummett, his car. That's a Paint by Night design. You got Taylor
Smith. Pretty much half the field.
Yeah, half the field is Paints by the Night, and that just shows how good of work he does, that everybody trusts him with those paints. So what a great job that he's done. And, of course, if you haven't figured this out yet, Paints by Night is owned by Corey Knight, the founder of Mid-South Madness. and he just does a fantastic job. He designed that Griffith CPA firm car as well very, very quickly, but that is a great looking car.
Absolutely it is, and we've got the Dent Wizard car and the rest of our sponsors, and we're kind of coming to the close here, Sean. So talking about CMC Fabrication, appreciate them coming on board with Mid-South Madness.
Well, it looks like they're going to have to...
Speed Racing Network, speedracingnetwork.com.
We're going to have to take some of these cars to CMC Fabrication because there is a lot of damage out there now. Keep in mind, CMC Fabrication built a truck that won Talladega one year. So absolutely fantastic work. If you have any idea what goes into something like that, so much time, so much effort. So CMC Fabrication, we tip our hat to you. We appreciate the sponsorship, and we hope you're enjoying what you're seeing.
Absolutely. Look forward to having you on through the season as title sponsor of some other various events. So right now, though, we're about to go green, Sean.
This is our last chance for a green-white checker finish, I believe. So Adam Pettit is in second now, not in first anymore. Bobby Brill, though, in first place. He's going to have control of that restart. Troy Dow and Stan Hausman, teammates back there for Stake Dance Racing. They are in third and fourth. So got some stuff, some moving and shaking still to do.
Yeah, and Hausman hadn't been up there all night. Now he's right up there in fourth place. He's got Pettit in front of him, his teammate to the inside. Going to be curious to see what Pettit does here. He's been up front all night. Let's see how it works out for him when somebody rattles his cage a little bit. Like to see him get back up front, though. He's led there all evening.
All right, let's get to this green flag. The pace car dips off. Here comes Bobby Brill to lead us to the last green-white checker finish. Next flag wins the race. Bobby Brill out front. He's being pushed by Troy Dow. On the outside is Adam Pettit.
Dow is all over him. He's got his teammate behind him now. Here they go.
So two teammates pushing somebody that's their opponent, but that's what you got to do here at Daytona.
Oh, they're jostling behind. And they're moving for position. Lepicki's trying to come back up. He's on the outside of the 13 there. Got Mike Lewis, the 25 through wide. Lots of racing. Oh, big.
Oh, we got a caution. I believe that may end the race.
I think so. That was the end of our green-white checkers. Let's see if they call it official.
Yeah, it's going to be the final lap, and they are going to end this thing under caution, it looks like. I believe that's going to mean that Bobby Brill is your champion of the CMC Fabrication 150 here at Daytona International Speedway.
Yeah, you got Bobby Brill up front. You had Dow there, Troy Dow in the 2 car, and Pettit on the outside. They were close, Sean. We're going to have to look here and see who finished second and who finished third.
We will get those official results here in just 1 minute. But we're going to see Bobby Brill bring it back to the checker flag. I believe that is going to be your winner.
Bobby Brill is another one, right? New driver to MSM this season. New driver on the tracks. Race 1, new winner. Good to see some fresh names up there, too.
All right, and that's gonna do it here tonight for the race. Let's see if we can get some interviews going. Actually, first, let's start off with our sponsor for tonight, CMC Fabrication. Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, good. Thanks for having us.
Man, thank you so much for your sponsorship. I hope we did you proud here tonight. I hope you enjoyed the race.
Man, that was exciting. That's kind of like real speedway racing right there. A lot of cautions, a lot of excitement, cars moving forwards and backwards.
All sorts of fun, and I know you got a couple cars out there. They kind of got it caught up into a few wrecks tonight, but knowing those guys, they're going to be up front really, really soon.
Yeah, I have no doubt. And I was kind of pulling for number 2 there, Troy. He has CMC on a quarter panel there, and I was really hoping he'd pull it out there.
Yeah, he's all sorts of great action there. You never know what's going to happen at Daytona, but if I know these guys, they're going to be up front a lot of the year this year. So just hang in there, and we really, again, appreciate all the help. We hope you guys are doing fantastic. You do great work. Just keep it up, man.
And thank you, and thanks for having me, man.
All right, you guys have a great night. Enjoy the post-race here.
Thank you, I will.
All right, and here are your race results. We got Bobby Brill. He is from Do-Gooders, taking the win. Troy Dow in second place for Stake Dance Racing. Adam Pettit in third for Rev Racing. Stan Hausman from Stake Dance Racing in fourth. Chris Massey, he's an independent right now. It looks like he might not be for very long. He's in fifth. Jay Graves, our pole sitter, he took sixth. Sean Dice took seventh. That's from Rev Racing. And Aaron Gerwitz, also from Rev Racing, took eighth. So out of those top 8, 3 of them were Rev Racing. I'm pretty sure that means that Rev Racing is likely going to win this team challenge as well, Thomas.
Yeah, it looks like, just looking here on the broadcast, Bobby Brill is pushing, I believe that's Taylor Smith back around to the garage. You know, a lot of these guys were talking about being low on fuel going towards that green flag run there. So I guess Taylor ran out of gas. Exciting racing, though, there, Sean. Exciting racing.
Great race. And Bobby Brill spinning out there. Let's see if we can get Bobby into the booth here. See if we can chat with our winner. Bobby Brill bringing the Do-Gooders number 1 home. Congratulations, Bobby. Doesn't look like we have him mic'd up. I think we'll get him back here in just 1 second. There he is. Bobby Brill, congratulations, buddy. Great race.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you, man.
Yeah, we got you, Bobby.
All right. Yeah, thank you.
So how about that Do-Gooders number 1 car? How did it treat you tonight?
It wasn't too bad. I mean, in the beginning of the race, we got stuck back in the back when we were trying to fight our way up. But pit strategy helped us out a little bit. Well,
Bobby, you won a lot of money here tonight, so it looks like $90. 20 of that is courtesy of CMC Fabrication. So going out, and we just spoke to the sponsor. He's very proud of the race that was put on tonight. Man, we're glad to have you in this league.
Yeah, I'm very thankful to be in this league. This is a very fun league, and I'm excited to see how it does in the future.
All right, well, taking that Do-Gooders car to victory lane tonight. We will see you again next week.
Alrighty, thank you. Y'all have a good night.
All right, thanks. You too. All right, let's see if we can get our second place winner in here, Troy Dow. Oh, I'm sorry. What is that? Let's see. That is correct. Yeah, Troy Dow. Let's see if we can grab him. All right, and then we've got Troy Dow in the broadcast booth right now. Troy, hey, great finish, man. Sorry it didn't make it green all the way around. I think you had something there, but it's good to see you up in the top 2 again.
Yeah, we got rolling there and got in a couple wrecks, and I used my last fast repair on lap 33, and after that, just tried to stay clean, and then there at the end, I got into Lipicki and caused one of those wrecks, and just a bad deal. I was trying to watch the bottom and also watch my mirror, and didn't watch Lipicki, and that was my fault. But yeah, took off there on that last restart behind Bobby, and thought that me and Stan might have had something, and ended up second, which wasn't bad compared, to what it could have been.
What a great race for Stake Dance Racing. I mean, you up in second, you got Stan Hausman in fourth. We got to take a look and see if you guys took that team home, or if possibly Rev Racing did. So they had a few guys up front as well. But man, what a great race! Looks like you're going to win a little bit of money here tonight. I doubt that that's the last money you'll win this season.
Well, I hope so. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully that isn't the end of it.
Well, next week we're going to have some more cautions. I think we got Bristol next week, so we will see you there.
All righty. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a great night. All right, so Thomas, let's talk about next week's race here. So Mid-South Madness Week 2, one way in, one way out, 125. That's what we're calling it, the one way in, one way out, 125. And the reason for that, it's at Bristol Motor Speedway, where there is one entrance to pit road and one exit to pit road. So one way in, one way out.
Yeah, it's more like Mad Max, right? It's Thunderdome. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. We're going to see a lot of that next week. A lot of bent sheet metal, a lot of frustrated drivers. That's where we ended our season last year in the championship race. And we're going to start there as our Week 2 run at Bristol Motor Speedway and the one way in, one way out, 125. Looking forward to it, Sean.
Yeah, man. So we at Bristol Motor Speedway, one of the shortest tracks on the circuit, we are going to try to squeeze 40 drivers on that one track. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, it's a half mile. They call it the world's fastest half mile. I think, again, going to be a lot of guys that break in corners, a lot of guys that try and drive through them, trying to get to the front. A lot of frustration. All
right, guys. So I think we're going to wrap it up here for the evening. Once again, let's show this this final tally here. But our champion, Bobby Brill, in first place for do-gooders. Troy Dow in second for Stake Dance. Adam Pettit in third. Stan Hausman in fourth. Chris Massey in fifth. What a great night, everybody. We will see everybody next week. If you have not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that way you know when we're on next. But we will be back next week for the one way in, one way out, 125 from Bristol Motor Speedway. Good night, everybody.